at the end of the day, does your child look like this? Filthy.
Milk in his hair.
Yeah, he's dirty. So obviously we don't have a ton of time in the kitchen at the end of the day because days are just a little bit crazier than they used to be. So
we're calling this story time in the kitchen. We are going to cook something scrumptious that you can make up and cook yourself, or even better, order it from HelloFresh. And we're going to give you a little insight. This is my part. We're going to give you a little, get out of the shot. We're going to give you a little insight into some things you may or may not know about us. So follow along, it's going to be a fun video. What we got on the menu tonight?
we have got a veggie loaded orzo and sausage.
Look how good this looks. Look how healthy this looks.
I thought this was my segment.
I just got done working out, so I'm looking for something healthy. All right, go ahead, I'm done.
Our lives are crazy right now, and it's super convenient. I love this because the pre-measured ingredients come like straight to your door. So I ain't got 15 onions. If I only need 2 onions, I only got 2 onions.
She ain't got 15
I only need
Vidalias.
this many cherry grape tomatoes. I only get that many cherry grape tomatoes. If I only need that much parsley, I only get that much parsley. There's nothing easier than this, and we love this. Obviously, when you have a family.
It's bigger than his head. And he's in the 97th percentile.
He does have a 97th percentile head. We paused our subscription when we went on vacation, and we just started it back up. So you can choose whatever day of the week, and we like ours to come on, I think ours comes on Monday, and then we usually cook like a few of these here and there throughout the week, and we love it.
As I'm pulling the rest of all this stuff out, cucumber, you can choose 3 different selections. You can get the veggie, the family style, and then the classic. Your classic has all your meats. That's usually what we do.
I like a variety. And
yeah.
Veggies like vegetarian.
Yeah.
Families like us.
Yeah, families like us too. You can get all veggies if you're a vegetarian. Or what is that? If you're vegan? Is vegan vegetarian?
I don't know the difference in all those things. I just know you can get a veggie option. I think I've been all of those things at some point in time in my life. I think his head's larger than mine. I cook a lot in this kitchen, whether it's with HelloFresh or my own recipes, and I love simple and easy. That is my thing, and anything that makes it simple and easy for you to cook a home-cooked meal in your kitchen, I am all about. So if you want to start, with something like HelloFresh, it teaches you how to cook. These are like chefs make these recipes. These are not just like your average.
They are delicious.
Recipes.
It turns you into a chef.
We love it. Like there was this chicken recipe. So one of my favorite ones I just made. It was like this encrusted chicken, and we loved it.
That's what you made last night?
Yeah, and all it was
that was bomb.
Pesto, basically on a chicken breast with some panko bread crumbs and mozzarella. Like on the outside.
Yep,
so now
really
I'll
good.
make that recipe even whenever we're not cooking these meals. I'm gonna boil some water, some salted water. Obviously, like when you're making pasta, when you're making any kind of pasta, salted water, I feel like always adds a lot of flavor to the pasta without adding anything to it. So I'm gonna boil some water. While I'm boiling the water, I'm gonna chop them veggies.
Dang it.
While I'm chopping these vegetables,
Easy, Lorena.
I spent my life watching my mom cook. She cooked every single meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for us growing up. So I actually didn't cook a lot growing up, with the exception of Bud's Country Corner, which was my Papa's grocery store. I used to make pizzas and breakfast sandwiches. I also used to stock cigarettes and beer when I was like 10. And I used to sell my cassette tapes, Mallory, Ervin, warming up from my singing career when I was 10.
You used to slang mixtapes at the corner store.
I did slang.
You are hood.
I'm a hustler.
Hey, yeah. Y'all listen to music?
No, I mean, they just really sold themselves,
Why don't you tell me your hit song, Betty Had a Bass Boat?
Betty's got a bass boat. Betty's got a truck.
I'm sure everybody's
All
heard
of
of
a
it.
sudden, things are looking up. She's the most popular girl in town since she's got a new camper and a hunting hound. Might be coincidental, Oh, you just might never know. But things sure got a lot better since Betty got a bass bow.
Jesus.
That's a hit. I really started cooking kind of a little bit later in life, and it really came natural to me, and I really love to cook. I'm all about, like I said, simple and easy in the kitchen, and a lot of times I don't follow recipes because I like to make up my own, but I really love the HelloFresh because on the days that like I don't want to think about anything, I don't want to make up something in my head, this is great for us. This is so great for a family, or a single person, or a dating person, or whatever. What is your experience with cooking?
My experience with cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Why are you so wild tonight?
I'm just wild. I've just been wild lately. I don't know.
I've had some experience in the kitchen. Very loud. I've worked at 2 fine dining establishments. My first job was at McDonald's. I was on assembly.
Like I call it McDonald's, by the way.
They hired me and 2 of my buddies. We were 14 at the time. And they put one of my buddies on the grill, Piero, and another one of my buddies, Michael Finch, who's Army Ranger, captain in the Army, got 2 little twin girls and just had a little boy. They put him at the window and they put me on assembly. So I made all the burgers. And we're always like, how are y'all gonna put Michael at the window? Michael's ugly. He can't be talking to people.
He is not ugly.
So they put it, he is ugly.
No, he's not ugly. He's joking because this is his friend.
Finch, I'm not joking. Every time a cute girl from school would come in, he'd always be like, hey, Kyle and Andrew in the back, they say hello. And we'd be high, and we're like, shut up, we're not back here.
You were on assembly.
So I made the burgers. We worked the 6 o'clock shift. You want me to hold them too?
Yeah, just while you tell the story. I'm enjoying this story. I like it that you worked at McDonald's. I think that is very awesome.
And the floor was so greasy, it like ate through our shoes. So worked at McDonald's. I think we did that 2 summers. It actually burnt down. I don't think.
Did it burn down while you were on assembly there?
No. And if it did, I think the statute of limitations have already passed. So
you're good.
We good. My other job at a restaurant was at Ruby Tuesdays. I was a server. And oh my goodness, they made us wear these long sleeve collared white shirts. And I worked every summer there when I was at college at UT, and I was a valet too. And I'd sweat so much. It was so hot, and I already sweat as it is. And every time all these people would come in and they'd only get the salad bar and water. I hated that. Like you couldn't make any money because they wouldn't tip you well because they're cheap ass just get the salad bar and water. So that was an experience too. I worked doubles. I'm
a hard working man.
Go to class next day, work 13-hour days, and come home with about $73.
I love that about you. Whenever y'all are always asking him, what is your job? And like, what do you do all day? And yes, he works with me now, full time. But look at all that hard work in the past.
Yeah. I always had like lemonade stands with my buddies when I was little.
Okay, let's not go that far back because we're trying to qualify you as a hard worker. So no, let's not go back to the lemonade
I'm a hustler.
stand.
I'm just setting the context.
I'm just kidding. I told him about my mixtape.
Full-time hustler. Yeah, you had a mixtape. Changing outfits?
No, I'm just putting my apron on because every time I cut a cherry tomato, I always get all in my white shirt.
Lemons.
Lemon.
That's good because you're kind of you're kind of sour.
This link of sausage reminds me of like those old school cartoons where the dogs would be like chasing after the link sausage.
Would you like some sausage?
I'm taking the ground sausage out of these links right now, and then I'm going to cook these on the stove for about 5 or 6 minutes. My water is boiling for my orzo, and I've got all my vegetables chopped. Now, I also like this because I'd say on average one of these meals takes me about, what do you think? I'd say under 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. If you work all day and you're trying to spend more time with your family at night, but you still want to do a healthy meal, I just feel like it's really great for that. And I also like too because there's a lot of one-pot meals, so you're not gonna spend like a ton of time cleaning up in the kitchen. So I'm just gonna use 2 pans. After I cook this sausage, I'm gonna cook all the vegetables in the same pan because I like this too because it's really quick and easy cleanup. Anytime you're doing any kind of meat that's kind of packed together like that, make sure you really break it up. If it calls for a recipe where it needs to be almost like a ground beef kind of texture, don't leave big chunks because it just doesn't seem to work right in my opinion. So what I try to do, I think this is called a slotted spoon. So I take this, and even before I throw it in there, I'll try and like break it up a little bit. I used to just like throw it right in there, but I feel like it works better if I chop it up a little bit before it starts browning on the outside, because that's when it gets really hard. Now I'm gonna put this orzo into the pot. Orzo takes about 7 to 9 minutes to cook, and I love orzo. I feel like it's a pasta that a lot of people don't use a ton of, and I've always really loved orzo. This is cooking up. This is cooking up. Ford is having a little bit of a tough time. You just hungry? You just want some orzo? Big boy, mommy. This is the life of a mother. You're literally in the middle of cooking dinner and your child is screaming and hungry. Bless him. So what is awesome about having frozen milk, whenever I don't have time to pump or I'm in the middle of something, I grab this frozen milk out and I just put it under running water and that heats the bottle for me. Little tip for all you crazy moms. So now I'm gonna throw in the zucchini and the onions. And that's another trick, like you use the same pan so that that's less things to clean up. I'm gonna cook this for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper to it, and then I'll add in the other vegetables. When things get crazy in the kitchen and you have 100 things cooking, if you keep everything organized and make sure that you don't burn things, you're gonna be good. All the vegetables in here cooking, and then I'm gonna add in some cheese at the end and some lemon juice. I always add lemon juice to my pastas. Orzo is finished, so I'm grabbing this off the stove, pouring it into, whoops. I love these pastas with a ton of vegetables in them. I feel like my pan's not big enough to mix everything, so I'm gonna mix it all together in this bowl. This is all of the vegetables, plus I added in the chorizo there at the end. And now I'm gonna add in the pasta. And also this is why you're gonna add that pasta sauce or the pasta water there at the end to really thicken it up. Also, you see that this looks like a lot for 2 people. We get the 4-person meals so that we have leftovers. And a lot of times, like if we have people over, that's great. I'm gonna add the other thing of cheese. And some fresh parsley. Is that not a sight for the eyes?
You talking about me?
Yeah. So if y'all want to try HelloFresh, all you have to do is go to HelloFresh.com and you can get $30 off of your first week if you use the code Mallory Ervin 30. I always like to give you guys discount codes on things if you want to try them yourself, that you can get a discount, and then if you love it, you can be like us and do it all the dang time.
And we hope everybody's enjoying Shark Week.
Thanks so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring and collaborating with me on this vlog.
Thank you.
I like to eat beans on toast, chicken and rice, peas and